Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Gemma and I'm coming to you with a very late October TBR, but late is better than never, right? I'm trying to get myself back on track, and so yes, hopefully I won't be this far behind next time. So October, what am I reading in October? So I've already done a separate TBR for October, which I will leave linked below if you are interested, but let's have a quick scoot at what we did last month. So I was participating in lots of readathons last month. I didn't do brilliantly, I'm just going to say it. I read one book for Scottember, I read two books for Shorty September, one book for Strayatember, and nothing for Shaketember. So not too bad. It is pretty bad. Yeah, September just kicked my ass a bit, but on a more positive note, I introduced this little chappy last month, the TBR Jar. So I picked four, and I picked a recommendation from Novell Novels, which was The Secrets of Hartwood Hall. So thank you very much, Emily. I did read that and very much enjoyed it. So, but we'll talk about that in the wrap up. Then I also picked a modern classic. And for that I picked If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin. I am like 2/3 of the way through that, so I'm hoping to finish that in the next day or so. I also picked a Booker Prize book. I can't remember which one I specifically picked. It might have been If I Survive You by Jonathan Escoffery, which I DNF'd, but still counts. 3 out of 3, right? And I also picked A Tale for Two Cities by Charles Dickens, which I also DNF'd. So technically I did actually complete all of those, though I did DNF 2 of them. We're still counting it. So 4. So that went well. So we're going to do it again. Are you ready? So each of the colours stands for something different that I can't remember because I did it ages ago. So we're just gonna wing it. So what we got first? A green one. This is real handy. And that is a classic. I don't know if you can see it, but it does say classic. And as it is October, that's ideal. So for this, I'm going to pick Aurora Floyd by Mary Elizabeth Braddon, which I'm reading with Nikki from Red Dot Reads and Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. And that is, I think it's, I don't really know what it's about. A girl called Aurora Floyd. I'll tell you when I've read it. Okay, let's pick a new one. So what did I have? A green one, say yellow. Yellow's good. Okay, so I really do want to read this book, Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty, but it's quite big. It's the final book in the David Bad trilogy. I've been meaning to get to it since I read the second one over a year ago. So I would really like to get to that if I can. We shall see. Okay, so what have I got? I've got a green and a yellow, so we'll get an orange. Oh, okay, so this is a book recommended by Savage Reads, the lovely Simon at Savage Reads. So I will have a look at his best books of the year so far and see what was on there that I might own or want to read, and I will come back to you. Okay, so I've had a quick look, and so the book that I'm going to pick for my Simon Savage Reads recommended book is Mrs. S by Kay Patrick. It's available on Scribd as audio, which is perfect for me because I've got quite a lot of physical reading already on my TBR. So I'm going to give that one a go, and I think it's like a boarding school setting. I don't know too much more than that, but I'm pretty sure Jen the librarian also really liked Mrs. S. So yes, and it was on a lot of people's predictions for the Women's Prize and the Booker Prize. So I'm going to give that one a go for that prompt. And then a purple. Stuck in an orange. There's a purple stuck in an orange. Okay. Oh. Okay. And this is to read a book from the Hugo Prize. So I will also have to look that up and come back to you. So any book that's been nominated for the Hugo Prize, which is great because I want to read more fantasy and sci-fi, but yeah, they're usually quite big. My TBR's also a little out of control as it is, so we'll see how that goes. So I've had a look at the past nominees for the Hugo Prize, and one of the ones from 2023 is Nettle and Bone by Kingfisher, T.J. Kingfisher? I can't remember. Anyway, lots of people have talked about that author in particular, and I have not got around to them. And I have that book out on Libby at the moment, so I will attempt to prioritise that one, and we'll see if, is it T. Kingfisher? I think it's T. Kingfisher, is an author for me. So yes, those are my books that I've chosen. So that's the jar. Buddy reads. So I have 4 buddy reads, potentially 5, for October. The first of which is continuing with the Darkest Rising sequence, The Grey King by Susan Cooper, which I'm reading with Alice and the Giant Bookshelf and Jack at Spread Bookjoy. So this is book 4, and this is set in a fantasy world. It's middle grade, come YA, about fighting the dark. Children who are sort of tasked with helping to find certain things to battle the evil forces. It's very much got an Arthurian lilt to it, and this, as I say, is book 4, so we are starting this very soon. And then the 5th one is Silver on the Tree, which I may or may not get to also in October. So there's those. Then with the lovely Jen from Jen the Librarian, I don't know why that was hard for me to remember, we are reading A Net for Small Fishes by Lucy Jago. Set in 1609, this follows 2 different female characters, one from a less affluent family and one from a more affluent family, and yeah, that's all I really know. But yeah, a little bit of historical fiction feels right for this time of year, you know. So yes, I am looking forward to getting to that one with Jen later in the month. I already mentioned Aurora Floyd that I'm reading with Mitzi and Nikki, so that is part of our October TBR. And finally we have Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey, which I'm reading with Sandy at Miss Reads A Lot, Fraser at Fraser Simon's Springboard of Thought, and Sarah at Freshly Read Books. So we read the first book, Leviathan Wakes, together. This is the second in the Expanse series, and this is sort of hardcore plotty sci-fi, lots of aliens, lots of shooting, just lots of fun, and I think it's going to be the perfect book to offset like my classic October stuff. So yes, excited for that. And so that's all the buddy reads. The only other book that I'm committed to that I need to tell you about is The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield, which is the FOMO Book Club pick for September and October, and I still haven't started it. The FOMO Book Club is a book club that I run with Alice and Jack, and we will be doing a live discussion on The 13th Tale on Jack's channel at the end of October, beginning of November. Date to be confirmed. It's looking like it's probably going to be the first weekend in November. If you are interested, it'd be lovely to have you join us and chat about it. So yeah, another sort of gothic-y, spooky tale, I believe. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into that. And so that's it. That is my October TBR. So that was a nice quick video to film in comparison to the very long wrap up that I filmed and edited earlier this week. So I'd love to know what you guys are reading for October. Please forgive me for being so late with bringing this video to you, and I will see you all very soon with another one. Bye guys.